How's everyone doing? Alhamdulillah. Spring is around the corner. Alhamdulillah. Today is the first or second day. Alhamdulillah. Third day. Okay. So please turn this way, face this way, and pay attention for just 5 minutes because I'm going to say something very important, inshallah. If you normally fall asleep in the talk or get busy, pay attention. So today we'll talk about anger. Anger. I know some of us have anger issues, you know. I hear stories, people come to me for counseling, someone steps on your foot, World War III. I'm gonna kill you and your family and... Come on, man. So anger. What is the problem with anger? Anger will get you in trouble. Sometimes I go to jail and visit people. Some of them are young. They did something foolish when they were young, 17, 18, 19. They shot someone, they got into a fight. They spent their entire lives in jail, or at least 25 or years of their lives in jail because of one angry moment, and they decided to act violently, and they ruined their lives. Whereas if they controlled their anger, they would have been in a better place. There's a hadith, an authentic hadith. Someone was brought to the Prophet ﷺ. He killed another Sahabi. A Sahabi killed another Sahabi. So what happened? The Prophet ﷺ told him, what happened? قال سب أمي. They were shepherds, ru'ah. They had their own animals and stuff. So they were taking care of their animals. And they were collecting food for their animals. They got into a heated argument. One thing led to another. So he hit him with the axe and he killed him. So he said, the reason I killed him is because he insulted my mother. He said something about my mother, so I killed him. So the Prophet ﷺ said, why didn't you say, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, or leave, or go somewhere else? You killed him, you know, because one thing led to another. When you read in the Quran, you see some people getting in trouble because of anger. The best example, we love Yunus alayhi salam. We always say peace be upon him. We love him and respect him. But in Surah Yunus, in Surah Anbiya, because he was angry, his people were not responsive, and Allah told him they are getting punished. So what did he do? Because, you know, he has been giving da'wah for a long time, very few people believed in him, or maybe no one believed in him, so he was very angry, and he left without the permission of Allah. وَذَنُّونِ إِذْ ذَهَبَ مُغَاضِبًا فَظَنَّ أَلَّا نَقْدِرَ عَلَيْهِ. Because he was very angry, very mad, because people were not responsive, and the punishment was coming anyway, so he left without the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what happened to him? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put him in the belly of the whale. نَقْدِرَ عَلَيْهِ doesn't mean that Allah did not have power over him. قَدَرَ عَلَيْهِ هنا means من الآية الأخرى الله يبسط الرزق لمن يشاء ويقدر. He made it very tight for him. He restrained him. He put him in the belly of the whale. Why? Because he was angry. Right? But again, the Prophet ﷺ said, لا تفضلوني على يونس بن متى. Don't say, the Prophet ﷺ said, don't say I'm better than Yunus. Respect him as much as you respect me. So this is why when you say Yunus alayhi salam, we say alayhi salam. Also, I'll give you another good example. Those of you who love soccer, raise your hand. Almost all boys and half of the girls. Okay, that's good. So what happened back in 2008, the final game in the World Cup? You remember that game between France and Italy? Yeah. Who won? 6 or 8? 2008. No, the final. World Cup, final. 2008. Okay. You remember the final game? Okay, you got my point anyway. Okay, listen guys. Don't get me angry, okay? Okay. So I believe it was 2008. It could be 2006, but I think it's 2008, the final World Cup game between Italy and France. France was that close to winning the cup as they did in 1998. Zinedine Zidane. But they lost because of one thing. Because of anger. A guy from the Italian team said something about Zinedine Zidane's mother. Zinedine Zidane got very angry and he headbutted him. And of course, the morale of the French team went down and they lost because of one angry moment. So this could happen to you. So what you need to do basically, when you feel angry, say A'udhu billahi minash shaitan rajim. And this is the advice of the Prophet ﷺ. Go make wudu. The Prophet ﷺ said, if you're angry and you're standing up, sit down. If you feel that one thing will lead to another and you will do something that you will regret for the rest of your life, just leave the place, go somewhere else, right? If you are in one room in the house, go to another room, right? If someone is bothering you so much and you feel like you will do something to them, you will break their neck, give them a black eye, do something, just leave. If you can't stand the heat, leave the kitchen. This is what they say in English, right? Go somewhere else. My advice also, sometimes you need to be angry. This is the fact. Sometimes you have to be angry. Say for example, I'm going home and there is this guy and he or she, they're torturing a cat. There's a video on YouTube, this guy is cutting off the ears of a cat and they're taking video of it. You need to be angry, right? If, say for example, my kids are like 18 or 25 and they don't pray on time. Yes, I need to get angry, but how should I channel my anger into a positive way? Yes, I should be angry, but how do I react? How do I respond? In a positive way, right? By teaching them about salah, by asking them to pray on time, or telling the guy who is torturing a cat, this is not nice. A bad thing done to an animal is as bad as something terrible, being done to a human being. They have feelings, they have ruh, they have a soul. You shouldn't do this. Try to give them nasiha. Try to channel your anger in a positive way. I'll conclude with this story. It's a personal story that happened with me about 4 years ago, close to 4 years ago. August 2013, I was in Toronto. I was a visiting imam there for 1 month. So one day I was going to my house. I didn't have a car back then because it was just 1 month, and it is very hard to find parking in, around the place where I was working, Dundas, downtown. So I was coming back from the masjid after Salatul Jum'ah, and I was dressed up like, mashallah, with a turban and something like this. I think it was white and the sword, like a prince, from the old days, 1,000 years ago. But anyway, the cab driver that day was not Muslim. So he knew that I was Muslim. Most of the time, my cab drivers during that time were Muslim. He called the company, a Muslim comes. But that day, the cab driver was not Muslim. So he said, Muslims are good people, but Islam is evil. Islam sucks. These were his words. I could have, gotten into a heated argument with him, Muhammad Ali style, I'm gonna, fight you and your entire family, let's go, No, I channeled this into a positive thing, and as a result of this, I translated the whole Quran. Because he said that the Quran, called him an animal, and I said, no, it doesn't say this in the ayah, and I realized that his translation said so. So instead of fighting him and breaking his jaw or get into a fight, I realized there was a problem, and I tried to solve it by doing a translation of the Quran. And alhamdulillah, the Clear Quran is the #1 Amazon Canada bestseller. So we make sure that it is available for da'wah. We are sending the Clear Quran to all public libraries. Inshallah, next step would be to send the Clear Quran to all hotel rooms, to all airports, to make them available to the public. They are already in the jail system. Inmates receive the Clear Quran. Why? Because I use this moment, this angry moment, to do something positive. You can do the same thing. So instead of getting into a heated argument or a fight with someone, try to see what is the most practical and positive way to channel your anger. Maybe we'll continue tomorrow, inshallah. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give you the best in this life and the best in the life to come. Questions tomorrow, inshallah. Questions tomorrow. Barakallahu feekum. Assalamu alaikum.